shadows play. Legends come alive at the break of day. Footsteps echo loud, but no one's there. Bigfoot's lurking in the midnight air. Dark men house beneath the moonlit gloom. Eyes that shine like fire in a room of doom. Poltergeist dancing, moving through the halls. Ancient secrets breaking through the walls. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. Bigfoot and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in a silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fright. Cryptids in your mind, let your wonder grow. The hidden world is ours to know. From the forest deep to the attic's dust. Oh, O.C.S.T, we're learning to trust. Tracks in the snow where the brave won't tread. Hidden voices calling from the things we've read. The unknown things with a haunting sound. Empowering us as the tales go around. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. Bigfoot and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in the silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fight. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. Bigfoot and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in the silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fight. Fueled by the fight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to O.C.S.T.
Bigfoot and stuff.
I'm your host, Harold, and this is
Christy. Okay, wait a second. I have to move this way till
Okay.
it's there.
a little adjustment.
Yeah.
I hope everybody liked the intro song.
Yeah, he's only been working on it all day.
Yep.
Just now found you? What, Jim?
Hey, Jim.
Hi,
You missed the intro. That's okay. You can watch it on the way out at the end of the show. It'll play again. Okay. This is episode 12, and as I was saying, I'm going to.
It said YouTube was hiding you.
YouTube was hiding me. How dare them?
Kind of hard to hide me. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Tonight, I was gonna tell y'all a little bit.
Here, it feels like you're like way off center. Come on.
Tell y'all a little bit about my paranormal experiences in my past, and hopefully, I don't scare somebody away with at least one of the stories because it's a little explicit.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Actually, my glasses are being so. Is that better?
So
you can barely see me.
Yeah. See.
Okay.
So before I put the link on to let anybody up, I want to tell my stories here that won't take very long.
Well, the time is ticking.
We got a couple hours.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I'm going to start with something that happened to me. I've already let y'all know about the when I was 6, how I was bothered by demons and all that. These stories come later in my life when I'm about in my 30s or so. My parents were still alive. I was living with them. I was working an 18-hour a day job 7 days a week, so I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep. But when I did sleep, I drank quite a bit. Most of them I couldn't remember, but I one night when I fell asleep, I was dreaming about this this woman that came into my home and woke me up. But I couldn't get out of bed, and it was like I had paralysis. I couldn't move, I couldn't speak, nothing. And this woman, long black hair, skinny and not too tall, but she was standing over me, staring down at me, and she didn't say a word. But when she leaned over me and looked me in my eyes, she went from looking like a beautiful woman to a demonic looking, still like a human, but with demonic features on her face and scratches and bruises and blood marks, nasty rotten teeth, kind of glazed over eyes. Well, she goes to climb on top of me, and I'm not going to get into what she was doing.
Ew, gross.
But I then gained my ability to use my arms, and I shoved her off. Well, she goes running out of my bedroom into the living room, and I was able to get up and run after her. And I cornered her in the corner of the room, and I told her, you're not welcome in my home. Get out. If you don't get out, then I'm gonna have the wrath of God on you. And she hissed at me and ducked behind the lazy boy chair in the living room, and then disappeared. And I woke up. When I woke up, I went to the restroom. And
why? Because you almost peed your pants?
No, I went to the bathroom. I walked to the bathroom to look in the mirror because my chest and my back was burning. I went and took off my shirt, looked in the mirror, and I had scratch marks from fingernails down my chest and across my stomach. And then I got my handheld mirror, and I looked in the mirror through it at my back, and I had scratch marks all the way down my back.
And it wasn't me. I promise. I haven't done that.
No, I didn't know you at the time.
I'm making a funny. Okay, continue.
Well, I knew I was having a dream, but the physical marks told me right away what it was, and I had been attacked by a succubus. Those of you that don't know what a succubus is, it's a demonic creature. Most of the time it's in the form of a female human being. except it has it shows its true self at one point or another, and they have relations. They try to have relations with their victim, and it's well known that they scratch and bite and try to leave marks on their victims. So that's story number one. But before we get to other stories, I want to recognize everybody in chat. If I can get to it. Scroll's not wanting to scroll correctly.
Scroll. Here, let me just help you out. Hi, Connor. Hi, Sharon with 2 R's. Hi, Sharon Guy. Hi, Jess, Arcane Paranormal. Hi, Jim, Mountain Man. Hi, AI Mike. Hey, Goodens Auto. Who else did I miss? I don't think I missed anybody. Anybody else in here? Goodens. Hi, Goodens. I think that's it.
Okay, so hi everybody. Okay, story number 2. Now, story number 2 has to do with a. This goes back to when I was a kid. I was approximately 10, going on 11. Many years ago.
You said 10 or 11?
Yeah.
50 some years.
Yeah, it was more like 40 some.
40 some years.
Yeah, I was 10 or 11, going on 11, and I lived with my mom and my dad and my older brother, older sister, and little brother and little sister. 5 of the 10 kids that my mom had. We were living in Kelowna, Iowa, and we lived in this little house. It was little for a 2-story house. It had 4 bedrooms, 2 living areas, and a large kitchen. Well, we lived right next door to where we worked, and of course, my dad ran a gas station. It's where I learned my first. I had my first job. We lived there for a few years because I had my first job at 6 years old. There, helping run the cash register. I get paid $2 a week. We were getting ready to move. We were getting ready to move to Texas, and I stayed in a bedroom upstairs with my little brother and little sister. We had to share a room because my older brother and my older sister got their own rooms, and my parents got the downstairs master bedroom. So we're upstairs at the end of the hallway, and Kelowna, Iowa, those of you that don't know, there's a large Amish community, especially in eastern Iowa, in mainly the east central part of the state. Well, I had to go to school with a lot of Amish children. I had a best friend that was an Amish boy, about my age. Walked to and from school with them all the time. Well, I got to knowing a lot of people in the Amish community, and great people. some of the greatest people you'll ever meet. They're honest and highly religious, of course. Um,
Wonderful furniture.
yeah,
Yeah.
great furniture makers.
Yeah.
Great farmers, great house builders, barn builders. Um, Great community. Okay, the house that my family was living in, it was built by the Amish, and there used to be an Amish family that lived there. Well, uh, we heard some of the history of the past tenants of that house, and one family was the last family Amish family to live there. Um, it was a father and son, um, and and the mother had passed away mysteriously. Well, um, the father and son, the father was known to be very abusive to his son, um, and turns out that the father had uh, murdered the son and then offed himself. Well, the house was vacant for quite a while until we moved in, and when we moved in, everything was fine at first. Nothing out of the ordinary. Uh, and then we started hearing things. We started seeing things moving. Started seeing shadows. Um, and at that time, without getting too personal, but into my family's personal life, my sister was uh, into drugs and running around with
Crazy people.
yeah, just the wrong
Sorry,
crowd.
The wrong crowd. Yes.
Well, we started hearing her talking at night to somebody in her bedroom while the door was closed, and we couldn't figure out who she was talking to. But I started hearing a voice, and the voice sounded like an older man, and he had an Amish accent. Well,
Hey, Lulu Pal.
we started hearing more and more things happening, and then one night my dad and mom went to bed, and uh, my dad started feeling like he was being choked around the neck, and whatever it was overpowering him and wouldn't get up off of him, and choking him pretty good until my dad was able to work loose and um, get out of that bedroom. Well, after that had happened, us kids at night, we started seeing this white, he was glowing white figure, about, I don't know, about 5 feet tall, maybe, skinny, looked like a kid, except he didn't really have any facial features, but he was wearing the traditional Amish garb of a young man, with the flannel shirt, the suspenders and the jeans and boots and a winter cap, but everything was white, and it was glowing white. Well, you could see his eyes, you could see his nostrils and the shape of his nose, and you could see his mouth. And what he would do was we tucked in. My mom would tuck us in at night, or my dad, depending on which one wanted to do so. They would tuck us in, say good night, and then they'd leave the door ajar a little bit. Well, this Amish kid then would peek in and, you know, kind of in the door, and we'd all, I started doing it. I waved at him, and of course he goes, right. And then that happened night after night after night. Well, then finally one night, I decided to tell him, hey, good night. And he just does this thing, you know, just waves and stands there and gives a little bit of smile, and then he ducks back out, and we don't see him. Well, that happens night after night after night, and to the point to where we saw him so much we decided to give him a name, and we named him Freddie, and he would answer to it. He would answer to us, saying "Good night, Freddie," and, you know, he'd wave and smile. There was noises and things at night, like something or someone walking up the stairs, and we all knew when my parents went to bed. When my parents went to bed, they didn't get up for nothing till the morning, unless something happens.
I wish that was the case for me.
Well, you know, my dad would snore to the point where he'd shake the whole house, but that's another story. But
that's where you get it.
Oh no, you haven't heard nothing until you heard my dad snore. But
may he rest in peace.
Oh, he'd be sitting here laughing. He'd be agreeing and laughing. And my mom would be like, "Yep, that was my Harold." Mm-hmm. But this.
But it wasn't Walton's Mountain that he lived.
Hey,
darn it!
We watched the mountains, the Waltons. The Waltons was a good show.
Still is. Oh.
And yes, my older brother's name is John, and sometimes we do that. Night, John boy.
I'm waiting for him to pop in here.
And then he'd yell back, "Night, Mary Ellen." Okay.
Were you Mary Ellen?
No.
Oh.
Okay. These noises of this thing walking up the stairs, heavy footsteps, right? And then you'd hear the little smaller footsteps of Freddie run to the banisters, the front banisters of the top of the stairwell, right? And then you'd hear either a grunt or just like some scuffling, and then Freddie would come back to the door and poke his head in again, and I knew he would do that every single time, so I waited for that noise to happen and then to see him poke his head in, and I'd still be like, "We're okay, Freddie, it's okay." So us little kids, we had kind of a guardian there. He was protecting us from the same fate that had occurred to him. That's what we took from it. But this other one that stayed downstairs. So the one that stayed downstairs. Now my sister, she was dealing with this thing. She was conversing with it, and just things got out of hand, and she just got uncontrollable sometimes, and my mom and dad had to end up kicking her out of the house. And when she got kicked out of the house, things pretty much calmed down. Now, this was well before we were getting ready to move. So, okay, now we're at the point where we're getting ready to move. We're staying there for one more night. We have everything packed, and storms are starting to roll in. Okay, so we're all outside as a family. We're looking, and my sister, we she made up with my parents and came back into the home, and she was going to move with us. Okay, so we're outside, looking up at the clouds and the stars, because everything's starting to get a little stormy like. And my parents and my brothers and sisters are all looking up like this way, looking up, and I'm standing behind them, and I'm looking there too, but I turn towards the house, and on the top roof of the house, it's a 2-story house, mind you, on the top of the roof of the house, there's a Pegasus horse. And guess who's on the back of the Pegasus?
John Boy.
Freddie. I poke my little brother in the shoulder. I'm like, Everett, look. He turns around. He says, and he's like, and we look at each other. That's Freddie. And Freddie takes that horse and he pulls the stirrups, and the horse goes up on.
You mean the reins?
On the reins, pulls the reins. The horse goes up on his back legs and does the, without making the noise, but he's doing that, and he spreads his wings wide open, and then Freddie looks down at us, and he takes one arm up and he waves at us. So me and my brother are waving, and we're like, "Bye, Freddie, bye," and he takes off and flies in the air and into the stars and disappears, and then everybody else turns around like, "What are you waving at?" We're like, "We saw Freddie."
Do you think Freddie went to heaven finally?
On
his white horse, his Pegasus, which I don't think actually exists, but that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah.
But
well, I saw it, so
I know.
It existed to me.
I know they have horses in heaven, but I'm just asking if do you think you finally crossed over and went to heaven? Or
yes and no, because when we moved down to Texas,
did he follow you? That's creepy.
When we moved down to Texas, we had this crazy neighbor. He liked to start house fires.
Pyromaniac, is that what they're called? Pyromaniac?
Yeah, he was an arsonist.
Or whatever.
He eventually did burn down the house that we were staying in.
Jeez.
But not with us there.
Okay. I never saw Freddie. I guess he didn't like my kind of music. LOL.
No, John, because you were always in your room with the door closed. You were watching your old movies, listening to country music.
Wally was his name.
Yeah, Wally was the crazy landlord that burnt down the house that we were living in Texas.
Do me a favor. Take Jim's thing down so I can see better. The comment. Go up there. It says hi, current comment.
No, let me do this.
Yeah, but see, I can't. I need to grow taller, y'all. There. And then I'm blocking the Bigfoot.
Okay.
There. I don't need to slouch.
Okay.
Real prim and proper.
We're at the point where we're moving.
You were moving to Texas.
Okay. We're living in Texas, and I know my brother John remembers this. We were, all of us kids were in the room.
Psycho.
In the living room one night, and sleeping in the dark, and we started hearing noises Well, uh, turns out, the noises was the crazy freak and his friend trying to sneak up to the house. But there was also something in the kitchen, and there was a dark figure standing in the kitchen with couldn't tell what he looked like, or anything, but I saw this creature. I'm gonna say creature because whether it was a spirit or what, um, go go through the wall and outside to where our neighbors were creeping up and scared them away because they freaked out as soon as I saw the shadow go through and all that. They freaked out and ran back to their house. Um, now, I don't know if John remembers that or not, but
John, do you remember that? You should actually have him come up here and tell crazy stories that you and everybody and blah. Anyway.
But okay, there was that had happened. Now,
Can't be any worse than the psycho person out in California who tried to.
yeah, that wasn't paranormal or.
I know, but still crazy enough to be like that.
Yeah, it's a crazy story.
Yeah, crazy story.
I'll tell about that sometime. But okay, so
Sorry.
Getting back to story number 3. Story number 3, I have to remember because I was I'm having a memory block right now.
That's okay. Post the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link.
Because then somebody might have an anecdote or whatever to your story, or have an even crazier one than you, if that's even possible.
All right, I posted the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and
Thanks, Sharon.
And join us. You're more than welcome to. Just remember, you can choose to hide your face by not turning on the camera or show your pretty little smile to everybody in the world.
If I had the option to hide my face, I would.
You say that as you're hiding behind.
I am hiding behind this. This is awesome. I could be Wilson. Hi, everybody. Hi ho, neighbor.
Okay, what is CJ saying? Shall I describe it? Oh.
He's talking to Arcane. They're talking about some wizard kind of funky, whatever kind of good show. I don't know.
No red rivalry talk.
You didn't hear. You didn't see what I did.
Mm-mm.
Oh, when you said you moved down to Texas, I went like this.
Oh yeah.
And then I went boomer.
Super.
Hey, Wolf Lady, how's it going? And then I want to say hi to Figgy. Hey, Figgy. And then, of course, John.
The text is in front of Harold. No.
Oh, what?
No, it's in front of Christy.
What did I miss?
I can take that down.
What? I like being Wilson. Don't take that away from me. I like being Wilson. See? Put a
Wolf
fence.
Lady, good to see you.
Put a fence right there.
Put a fence.
Yeah.
Okay, I can come up with the fence for next week's show.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, see, I knew it was something weird.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we all see all of Christy. Oh man, that stinks.
You see all of Christy's face. Okay, I'll stay like Wilson then.
No. Hey, John P. Adventures, how's it going? I think that's everybody. And Jim, I don't want everybody to see my face. There. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll have to take that down, but I can't
Well,
take that
thing
down
is
during the
that
show.
I can't right now.
I can't take that down during the show. I
It's
have
okay.
to do it.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm just all. Come on, Jim. Come up here. I know you have a story to tell too, buddy.
Hey, John P. Do you have any paranormal stories you would like to tell? Anything that's happened to you or someone that you know?
I don't have any.
Just click on the link and hop up here and give us a story.
Aw, thanks, CJ. You're funny. I think you need your eyes checked, my love.
Click on that link, get up here, and you can choose not to show your face. You can turn the camera off.
Miss everything, LOL. No, Wolf Lady, he was just explaining his crazy childhood stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the ones that I've heard, like 15.
Some
No, I'm just
paranormal
teasing.
stories. I have some more, but I hit a memory block, so.
Oh, the baby's sleeping. He said he'd love to join us, but it's a little late. The baby's sleeping.
Okay.
No worries.
Don't wake the baby.
Figgy goes, I just lost signal and your wife's face was twisted. Yes. I am kind of twisted.
Ow.
I did that live too. Let's do it this way. No, just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Okay, we need to figure out something else to talk about. Oh, the weather? Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah. Sucky
The
weather.
weather has been crazy.
Windy.
John
John P is on the phone.
is okay. No worries. The weather has been crazy. The wind was nuts. It dropped like 50 degrees, it felt like.
Yeah.
We had to turn the heater back on just
Mhm.
so my children would quit complaining. No, not complaining, but
What? Children not
in
complaining?
person, I like to share my story when you guys. I'm not gonna attack me, my son. Strange Montana mountain man. Well,
Yeah,
get with him because we'd
Yeah.
love to meet you. That would be awesome.
message me in Messenger,
Hi, Skylar.
and we can discuss that wolf lady.
We're north and west of Oklahoma City, Wolf Lady. If that helps.
Yep.
Give you a ballpark figure. So I know the weather's been crazy. Connor? And
Since Connor doesn't know, I've already told
yeah,
everybody where we
we've
live.
tell people it's
Just not the address.
yeah.
I'm
Don't you
not
dare
gonna
put
say that
the
over
address
phone.
in the chat, CJ,
Nope,
or I
no.
will.
That's for us to know and you to find out.
No. What was I gonna say? I know someplace, the town of Ada, Oklahoma, got hit by a tornado. So prayers go out to them. I don't know how bad or any of the devastation, and if other towns have gotten hit, but that was a sad thing. Don't know any other details, but prayers still go out to them. The whole state of Oklahoma has been crazy, and it's springtime, and it's not Alaska, so it's not 50 below.
Hey, Figgy. I didn't say hi, so I said hi.
I was like, where have you been? Biggie's been in there for like
I don't know, but I've
15
been
minutes.
concentrating on telling those stories, and I wasn't reading the chat.
Obviously, because I said something in there about you and you didn't even read it.
Nope. Do I want to? Really, people, do I want to?
Wildfires down here in Corpus Christi. What, John? Are you guys okay? We love
Having
y'all.
wildfires down in Corpus.
Well,
Oh,
prayers
goodness.
for Corpus Christi. Oh my goodness. And South Carolina. Hey, Jim, do you know if Danny is okay over there still or affected? I know last night you had mentioned that he was on the other side of the state, so I just wanted to make sure.
Crazy
I'm
weather
sorry,
here
you
in
guys.
South
I am so
Louisiana,
tired.
Too.
I'm sorry, what?
Crazy weather here in South Louisiana too, Sharon
I
says.
know, it's crazy. And it's only early spring. I'm not looking forward to later on when it really starts to go crazy.
Wildfires in Corpus. That's crazy.
East and west. They are all well east and west of us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I am so sorry. Hey, Jim's in the back.
Yep.
I didn't sleep well last night, y'all. So
Hey,
sorry.
Jim.
Hey, Jim. How's it going?
From the way you were talking, I got the impression you thought you were behind the messages that was up on screen.
I am. I thought. Well,
it-
the way I look at
it-
it, I am. But
It's Harold to us. It's Harold that was behind the message from about the mustache down.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
That's okay. I'm good with that.
I want to be behind the thing.
Yeah.
You need to do. You remember at the end of the show when Wilson would come out, he would have a little paddle that had a little picket fence. You need to get you one of those.
I know, right? And put it right here,
Mm-hmm.
like this. No, put my phone like this. No.
But you can't be a Wilson. You could be a Willow maybe, but not a
A
Wilson.
Willow? Yeah, that was his niece, wasn't it? If my memory serves me correctly.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I love that show. Sorry, I grew up on that
Do
show.
you remember when Tim had the fake TV show and the three tool guys would come on?
The three tool guys.
Yeah,
The construction workers type.
the ones that played music with their instrument. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
they did that also, but most of the time they just come on and talk tools and construction work. And it was three of them. Do you remember one of them was, I think he was the tallest, and he had a real long beard and long hair.
Yep.
You remember him?
Yep.
He's famous, and not for being on that TV show.
Oh yeah? How's he famous?
Well, he's a famous drummer.
Oh really? For real?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No joke. No. He was with Kenny Rogers in the first edition. He was the drummer for them.
Hey, Face the Ace, how you doing?
I did not know that. That's awesome. Hey, Face the
Hello.
Ace.
Hello, Faith. Yeah, that's more useless information that for some reason wants to live in my brain.
Well, I want to go a step further and say that prayers go out to Dolly Parton and her family, because her husband had just passed away. So I don't think she'll get to see this ever, but hey, on the slim chance, we love Dolly.
Yeah, we're doing good, Face the Ace. We're doing good.
We were talking last night, and there was something that come to mind. And I said, nope, I'm not going to talk about that here. I'll talk about that to Harold tomorrow night. And now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, no, you should have wrote it down. Darn it.
Just like me, I forgot one of my paranormal stories.
Hey, Jim, you know that the latest, or maybe not the latest, but you know that trip that you took from the river down to the trailhead that you were walking and you walk through the trail and then just let you know, not all the trees that were bent over or knocked down were man-made.
I understand.
So,
And today, I finally got the 360s to go through the processing and put it up on YouTube. And this afternoon, I watched behind me,
Oh yeah.
and
really?
thank goodness nothing was following me, or I would have freaked. That
Well,
I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about some of their encounters, and they said, Bigfoot will follow you.
Yeah, just remember,
And,
don't run.
oh, I wouldn't run. I would turn around and say, "Hey, bro, you're scaring me. Back off."
Yeah.
Well, you can still tell them that. I'm sure they hear you. Hey, bro, back off. You're scaring me. They'll hear you.
So hey, man, let's go up to the truck, and I'll throw the tailgate down, and we'll sit down and have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to let you know, for people that do not probably realize that I actually do have a YouTube channel. Some new and exciting things are coming to CRJ Designs. I'm just giving you a little bitty hint throw out there. I'm excited.
And we're all looking forward to that too.
I hope so. I mean, that, you know what that means for me, though? I have to get off my arse and start making some stuff to put on there.
Yeah, it means more editing for me.
That means more trips to Hobby Lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
More art supplies, more glue.
What are you saying here?
That one walking from the river to the parking lot, that was the first time I had been on that trail.
Oh,
really?
I didn't know what to expect. And I did my best to do the 360 and hold the phone by my side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I did. I don't know if it's because I hadn't done it in a while, or if I was thinking about the 360 camera mounted to my helmet. But walking down to the river, the handheld camera was pointed way too far down toward the ground.
We were gonna tell you to lift it up just a little bit so it's more. I even mentioned that. I wonder if he has anything to put on his head.
Like maybe just a little tiny bit, and you would have got a little bit more of a overall.
Coming back uphill, I did a video, and that's the one that's posted, and it's higher than the one walking down to the river. So,
okay.
But usually you can tell how steep it is that I'm walking by how much the trail fills the image. If it's really steep, that's the only time you should really see nothing but trail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I try to keep the camera pointed straight out, like level point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I messed up that day.
It's always good to have a little bit of the trail in the camera view, so because then you'll have people there and be like, "Well, I want to see a little bit of the trail. I want to see if there's any footprints."
That's what he thinks about, is the footprints.
Well, with the 360, you see everything.
Yeah.
You can look straight down at the helmet. You can look straight up at the sky. I mean, just wherever you want to look.
I know at one point you stopped and did a panoramic view. I'm like, "Hey, Jim, slow down, stop, go back."
I heard something. If I did a 360 turn, I heard something.
I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I told her. I said if he sees something, he'll stop.
Or hears it.
And that was one of the reasons I waited until winter to do that trail. I knew my line of sight would be further off, and with all the leaves on the ground, I could hear anything else in the woods besides myself.
So you've been down that trail in the spring when it's full covered?
I got to the trailhead and looked around and said, "Nope, I'm not going until wintertime." because of snakes and bears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two black bear families in that area.
Ooh, boy.
Wow.
And it's very secluded.
Yeah, it looked like it would be. I made the comment to Harold. I said, golly, I wouldn't mind living there.
Yeah.
Well, those two foundations, apparently somebody had a structure of some kind there. Two different ones.
I'd love to live there.
You know, when we went down to Tallahena, Oklahoma, we were on the search for some bear spray, and everywhere we went, they're like, "No, we don't have it," or "Yeah, we don't sell it here." And I'm like, "You're an outdoor. What are you doing not selling this kind of stuff?" Well, we finally found a place that had bear spray, right? And I'm in there looking around, and I see these little tiny cans of bear spray, right? And then right next to them, there's a gigantic can. I'm like, yep. I'm like, so now everywhere I go, that can of bear spray, even though it's that huge, it's staying on my hip.
Hey, just take care of the burn, babes, because
yeah, take care.
We don't want you to get infected. We'll talk to you later. We love you.
Don't rush to see the show.
Who got burned?
Jesse, right before the show started, she said that she was rushing to get onto the show and burned her hand.
Arcane Paranormal.
Arcane Paranormal. So, yeah. So
her real name is Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's read a little bit of the chat.
I was seeing what else is on the chat. I noticed that Sharon was saying.
John P says, I got some stories. More UFOs, but some wood stories with animals and noises, branches snapping, and ammonia smell. Yeah. Anytime you want to come in here, John P, and pop up here and talk, you're more than welcome. And this is a open forum. We even though I set a certain topic, I'm more than happy to have anybody come up here and talk about what they want to talk about.
Tell their story, as they say.
Tell your story, or we can talk about just whatever's happening in the day, as long as it's not politics.
Yeah, that gets talked about enough without us helping out.
Yeah. I just saw that something very interesting. Wolf Lady, do you actually write books and documentaries and things like that? That's cool. If I'm reading this right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing books and working on a documentary. It's what she said in the chat. So that is awesomely cool.
Ooh.
Awesome. Yeah, Wolf Lady. I would definitely like to meet with you and talk about your experiences.
That would be great.
Like I said, you can contact me in Messenger because we're friends on Facebook. So,
and it's mostly him that sees. I haven't had the encounter. He has.
Yeah, you haven't had one yet.
I was going to say it. Jeez. But anyway.
And
so what else?
Like I was talking on Moggs last night, the email service I did have, they started really wanting just too much personal information, so I switched.
Yeah.
And it's in private chat for you guys.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
It also means that I don't have yours. If you would shoot me a short, hi, this is.
Here,
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Where'd you go?
And you guys were talking about Danny in South Carolina. To the best of my knowledge, the major fires were close to Myrtle Beach,
Okay.
and he is more up in the mountains, at the edge of the mountains anyway.
Well, that's
So,
why.
as far as I know, he's okay.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad to hear that. As far as we know, that he's okay. Most definitely.
Yeah, I don't talk directly to him, but I remember him telling about the little town he's in, and that's 2 or 3 hours drive from where the fires are.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The little town of Ada. Well, I don't even know. I guess it's not little. I don't know what the population of Ada is, but yeah, they got some good sized damage down there. So, and that's, my memory serves me correctly, is south and east of us, about a couple hours. So
Yeah.
The weather that we had wasn't as extreme as the eastern part of the state was for us. So, yes, we had some wind and some rain and maybe a little bit of hail, but other than that, it wasn't too devastating for us.
Right.
Harold, what else were we talking about last night on Mog's show that you kind of involved you also? What topic was it? Maybe that'll jog my memory if you remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can remember because
I know you mentioned the Amish boy because you said that we were going to talk about what we were going to talk about tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, my short-term memory is kind of.
He's Dory. He suffers from short-term memory loss.
Well, I've got so much stuff stored in my brain it's pushing the hair out.
It's out. Never mind. Hey, Figgy, she's almost done with her. Michael, hey, Michael. Figgy's almost done with her documentary as well. That is awesome. And hey, Michael Haywood.
Hello, everybody.
Huh?
I say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our world there, Mr. Haywood.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how I can send you our email in the private chat while I'm on the show.
Oh, just email me back.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about that now. Just focus on chat and the show, and we'll do good. Were we talking at all about? I think I've already covered the Devil's Stomping Grounds here in North Carolina, so I don't think that was it.
No, I don't think that was it.
Seriously, I kind of blanked out after a while last night because there were so few of everybody in Mogs and Stevie B, which was odd. I know that I was trying to plug the show as much as I could, and
so many people. I mean, other shows were live. The president was on TV. He talked for an hour and 40 minutes, I think they said it was.
Yeah.
And, that covered most of the show. The most I remember being in chat was around 20 or so.
Yeah, and that's odd for them. But nonetheless, I'm still a good show. I just, my brain went crazy for, I don't know. Oh, hey, she's asking how old you are.
Older than dirt.
You are not. She goes, how young are you? How young are you?
Oh, she used to stay on the Cherokee, North Carolina reservation, Smokies.
Yep, I've been there.
I'm 52.
Going on to. Oh.
No, I'm
The side eye, I loved it. He's old, y'all.
I'm old.
No, I'm kidding.
No, he's young.
Yeah.
He feels old.
I'm
just
young,
like
but
me.
I feel old.
I was driving before you were born.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I know. You're the young'un here, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's a young.
Well, if LIB comes in here, he's younger than me. So, hey. I'll be 45.
So you're a pistol.
Sure, we'll say that.
Mhm.
There you go. Two of the most popular calibers, 44 Magnum and a 45.
Mhm.
So did we ever cover that I'm pretty much Cherokee more so than any one other lineage?
No, that's
No.
interesting.
That's cool.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The majority of our Indian blood on my side, on my family, is Choctaw Cherokee.
cool.
He's an Indian outlaw. Just
little
kidding.
bit of Seminole, some Blackfoot. Yeah.
No, CJ's the youngest there, or youngest here. Not unless Cammy comes in, then she's the youngest. Depending on how
Friend
old
of
you
mine,
are, John.
a friend of mine, a friend of the family, he married a woman from Florida, and she was, I think she was like 75% Seminole.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she had jet black hair and all the normal features of an Indian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma, her Indian showed. You definitely tell she was Indian. Um, my dad, you could tell it with him. Um, my older sister, um, you can definitely tell she had the straight hair, um, the high cheekbones, the um, skin color and everything. She, um, but she took after my grandma, of course. But us boys, we took on more of the English and Irish and Scottish.
I just want to give her a shout out. Hi, Stephanie. Love you.
Yeah.
My cousin, y'all. Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie. Or I should say, cuz.
Yeah, cuz.
Cuz I can.
Yep, cuz can. Oh, thanks. Yes,
And
I'm
you know what?
fine. Yes, I'm still alive. We're here. I promise. We haven't left the world.
Yeah.
This is not a recording. She's live.
Exactly. This is not a recording and it's for entertainment purposes only. So,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yep.
yeah, I found out that doing some family history stuff on my pawpaw side, on my mom's dad's side, that I'm very much Choctaw Indian.
Yep.
So I don't know how much, but there's enough in there where I could, if I get all the paperwork right or in order, I could be on the Choctaw roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
My family's never been able to 100% prove it because I have ancestors that were adopted off the Trail of Tears.
Aww.
And After the Trail of Tears, the Cherokee refused to go on any government papers.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't want to associate with the government in any way.
Right.
I got the trail back to my great grandmother. She's full-blooded Cherokee, and that was where the trail stopped on that branch of the family tree. There's no records, no records after her going back in history.
Wow.
I mean, we know who it was that was adopted off the Trail of Tears. It's just they didn't get put on the rolls because they didn't reach the destination to be put on the rolls. So their father, who was a Choctaw chief, had them snuck off of the Trail of Tears to be adopted by a German family that ran a farm in Arkansas. So
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas. Not picking on Arkansas at all.
But one of them that was adopted off the Trail of Tears, his Indian name was Ting, and he was given a white man's name. His name was Albert Mitchell, and he was an engineer that built most of the bridges and dams and the water mills and all that all throughout Arkansas. His name was on all of those up till a few years ago. The state of Arkansas stripped all of the plaques off of all the structures and just put up state of Arkansas plaques on.
Why?
I don't know. They voted to do that, and waste taxpayer money. But yeah,
I've got this thing. I don't like history being changed. I just, if you don't remember where you come from, it's more difficult to determine where you're going.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, say hi to my cousin Curtis, too. He's in the background. He's just hiding.
Hey, Curtis. Hey, listen, you guys, don't be so shy. If this little old mountain man can get up here and talk and chew the fat, anybody can do it. And that's part of the reason I do this for these guys, is just to show everybody else how easy it is.
Who's Cornbread? He goes, hey, Cornbread.
That's AI Mike. Here?
Cornbread?
Yeah, they call him Cornbread.
Oh. I've seen it more than once. I'm like, who the heck is Cornbread? Did you have cornbread with the fried chicken there, Mike? Okay, I'm sorry. You should have never told me that. Okay.
Fried chicken.
What did we have? What did I make for dinner?
What did you make for dinner? We had French toast and bacon.
Yep. I had breakfast for dinner. I barely got any bacon. Y'all are piggies. Hence, bacon, get it, piggies. What'd you have for dinner, Jim?
I had chili beans and cornbread and a big glass of milk.
Chili beans, cornbread.
Chili beans and cornbread. Okay. That's a winter. Well, what was the temperature like today? I should say that's a winter meal.
That was leftovers.
Oh, that was leftovers.
So yeah, it worked. It worked because it was leftovers. All I had to do was microwave it and didn't heat the house up. It got up this afternoon. It probably got up to about 60, 65, somewhere in there.
Nice. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to.
He's driving. Oh, driving what? Driving you crazy, Stephanie?
I can't wait for it to be up in the 70s and stay in the 70s. for at least a little
Oh,
while.
I know why he's driving. Did you guys come from church? Steph? What's I say? I was going to ask you what you had for dinner, Stephanie. I don't know. Have you had dinner yet? Corn on the cob rocks. Yes, it does.
So Mike's like the song goes, where I come from is cornbread and chicken.
Yeah. Laughing my butt off. The cop just got out of church. No, not yet. See, I knew it.
Is Jesse still in here? I don't know.
Jessie had to run quick to get some cream for her burn that she did before the live started tonight. So prayers for Jessie.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I'm hoping she comes back in. I'm not even sure what time it is right now.
Yeah, she just went to get.
You got another night. You got about 50 minutes left in the show.
Groovy. So yeah, that's where she went. Cornbread. I'm not calling you hillbilly.
Hey,
well,
sorry.
I'm cornbread.
At least the nickname's cornbread and not corn pop.
I'm cornbread, corn fed. Yep.
You have a question in the chat there, love.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ever come this way, Northeast Oklahoma? We plan on it sometime. We haven't been able to travel anywhere lately, but we plan on it.
We have plans for a lot of traveling. Granted, if financial means are there.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get out to North Carolina. Don't know who we'd go see there, but maybe one day go see those mountains over there.
You just never know who you bump into around here.
You see those mountains over there?
Oh, hi, Jip.
One of these days, I'm going to climb that mountain.
One day I'd like to go to Pikes Peak in Colorado as well. So
you can drive to the top of Pikes Peak, right?
I don't know.
I think you can drive to the top or almost to the top.
You make it to there's a trailhead. It's not all the way to the top, but you go to the trailhead and then you can hike the rest of the way up.
That should be my nickname.
Yep. Don't they have some kind of race up that mountain in some kind of motorized vehicle?
I have no idea.
Not sure.
I thought they used to anyway.
The closest I ever got to Pikes Peak, when I was younger, me and my family, we got to stay for a week on the Navajo reservation.
Well, my cousin Stephanie just said yes, Colorado, and you can drive all the way to the top of Pikes Peak.
Cool.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Don't know if I would actually drive it. Someone else would have to drive it because I probably would lose my cookies. And she's just answered your question, Jim. Yes, there are races there.
Cool.
And she probably would know that because she goes to Colorado all the time.
Okay.
She likes it in Colorado. If
I don't even remember.
You would probably move there, wouldn't you? And leave me in Oklahoma.
I want to move. My sister lived out there.
Why would you want to move to Colorado?
Because there's mountains and
trees. There's mountains in Oklahoma.
Bears and mountain lions and Bigfoot and
yeah, but some of the bears out there aren't black; they're brown.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, my sister told me all about the brown bear.
Okay, Figgy, ask your question for Jim. We'll relay it. Figgy has a question for Jim.
Okay, yeah. We'll relay the question. And Mike says, he's a hillbilly from Oklahoma.
Bigfoot growled at me in Colorado, Stephanie said.
Oh, yeah?
Taking a long time to type that question. It must be a doozy.
Bigfoot growled at me here. Me and my dog.
Yeah, 50 feet from my back door.
Yeah, 4 feet from me and the dog.
Okay, Figgy, what's your question for Jim? We're waiting, love.
Okay, what's the question?
Speak it. Bacon flavored perfume.
Bacon flavored perfume.
Is that an aphrodisiac?
Did you guys ever watch that TV show Bad Ink? It's about a tattoo artist in Vegas, and his specialty is correcting bad tattoos.
I don't think I have.
There was a couple who came to him to fix tattoos that they had on their shoulders, and it was each one of them had a pig, and when they put their shoulders together, they were making bacon.
Wow.
Stephanie said, yes, it was behind a cabin I was in.
Yeah, because Sharon asked her, Stephanie, you were very close to them if it growled at you.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you have to tell us your story. Not particularly right now, but you'll have to text me or call me or something, and we can set it up so we can tell your story. We like stories. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, Wolf Lady. We'll get with you later about that. I can tell you about it since you missed it. You can also go back and watch the show again.
Wow. Oh, Wolf Lady, you do another live question mark? Okay, AI Mike, what? You doing another live? I mean, if the thing is that if she's on your show, which I believe that's going to happen, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be there, so we'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Gots to go. Good night, guys. Love you too, Stephanie.
Yeah,
I will text you later, hon, if you're still awake after the show.
Biggie, as far as I know, they have not deciphered it. The best guess of any that I've seen, and I'm thinking of the guy's name. He used to live in Asheville, and now he's moved to Las Vegas. Joshua P. Warren. What he did was he went out and examined the rock, and he said, hey, this looks like it could be some type of microscopic, life or whatever. So he went around to the local ponds in the area, and there in the pond water, you had to put it under a microscope to see it. But there was little animals that looked like some of the carvings on the rock.
Oh, wow.
So he has speculated that someone carved what they saw in the lake water on the rock. The only problem is you have to look at the pond water under a microscope, a powerful microscope, in order to see this.
Yeah.
And that rock has been there before the Cherokee got there, which means whoever did it hundreds of years before a microscope was invented.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the best guess so far. But even that doesn't explain all of the markings on it. And it's another one of those things that's out in the middle of nowhere, and there's absolutely nothing else. It's easy to get to once you leave your car, but you've got to drive, again, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's in Cashiers, or really close to Cashiers, North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Is it close to you, Cashiers?
3 or 4 hours.
That's a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to the Rock once,
Okay.
and there are other rocks with markings like that in caves in the area, but the land where those caves are is privately owned, and they will not let anybody go into the caves.
Oh yeah.
So there's no official count as to how many there are. And there's one in Kentucky, in eastern Kentucky, that is near a road, and it's deteriorating pretty quickly because of all the human traffic.
Yeah.
But I know very little about that one other than it exists.
Okay. So I hope, Figgy, that answered your question from Jim. I'm hoping. It's very informative and interesting, and I really want to go there now and look at it. But maybe futuristically speaking.
I wonder if there's a
fun.
vantage point where you can see the other caves through like a scope or binoculars.
I doubt it, because line of sight around there, unless you're looking down a road, it's not that far.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
No problem, Figgy. I'll tell you what I know, and if you have a question I don't have an answer, the best I can do is help you figure out what the answer is.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. Woo.
I know I have that effect on people.
No, that is
I'm
not
a relaxed.
Jim?
That's my thing. That's my thing, is getting everybody relaxed.
No. I'm yawning because I didn't sleep for the last night or the night before. And no, excuse me, it wasn't his fault neither.
Yeah.
It's just
Now,
it's just been
there are stories in that area. The Cherokee tell of little people who live underground in the area. They have stories about giants, but they don't really say what size. They just refer to them as giants.
Right.
So, it might be 9 foot, it might be 20 foot, who knows?
Yeah.
But the giants seem to take on they were here before the Cherokee, and they weren't around very long with the Cherokee. The little people coexisted with the Cherokee.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be a forgotten point about people in the past. There weren't just giants. There weren't just us, what you consider normal size humanoids. There were also short people that existed. Tribes that were pygmy tribes. There were there's even cryptids, like they call them little feet, things like that that existed that get overshadowed. Pardon the pun, but they get overshadowed by all the talk about Bigfoot and giants, and they had a critical part in the history of the world also.
Yes.
More people need to be looking at that as well as other cryptids.
Sorry. I was reading chat.
I need to study up on that myself to see if there's any history of any little people.
Oh, goody! More.
Oklahoma.
More. Oh, what the heck? More studying. No, it's not what I'm going to say, but more researching.
More research.
Y'all pray for me.
Harold out your way, they found human bones and this would be west of you a little further, but they found human bones with what looked like teeth marks that were not wild animal teeth marks.
Right.
And the tribes out there did not want people calling them cannibalistic, so they kind of squashed the rumors of that information. They didn't want it to get out. But
Right.
then, if you put giants that were consuming the indigenous people there, that would kind of cover both.
Yeah.
And giants in history tend to have that reputation for eating humans.
Yeah. Like the red-haired giants of South Dakota. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Like probably the giants in the War of 1850 or 1855 that actually
That yeah.
yeah.
They
we're
did,
not gonna redo that one, but yeah.
these they didn't say what color their hair was. They just
Right.
referenced giants.
Right.
But I think I've heard of stories of skeletons being found and sent to the Smithsonian, 7 and 8 foot tall skeletons and red hair in the burial place, and they just somehow or other they get there and they magically disappear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Wolf Lady says ours started from North Carolina and in North Carolina ended in my great grandmother being born in a covered wagon near Stillwell was Cherokee and Choctaw medicine woman, lived to be 105. She taught me, my father, the old ways. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so stinking awesome. I'm gonna say it right now. That is so cool. I wish I would have learned some of the older ways that my ancestors had.
Yeah.
But I'm learning. Hey, I'm researching, as they say here.
I tried to pay attention to what my grandma would talk about, what she tried to teach us.
Which grandma?
My dad's mom.
Oh, okay. Is that the one that hid her moonshine in the closet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the ladies back then, they had to have the moonshine for cooking and for medicine
And for fishing.
and for fishing.
Don't think we can eat dinosaurs now? What are you talking about? Cornbread? Oh, by the way, I guess my new my nickname that I figured it out. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Because they mentioned popcorn earlier, and you were busy talking, and I almost said that's what my nickname should be, popcorn, because I eat popcorn all the time.
I'll just call you Redenbacher.
I gotta think on this one a little while before I give a reaction.
Better than it's that would be better than extra buttery.
My mind kind of leans toward kettle corn more than popcorn.
Caramel corn. Yes. I'm sweet and salty.
For a very short time, they had a microwave popcorn that was cinnamon.
Oh
yeah.
But it was so messy. Everybody loved the taste, but they didn't like the mess, so it didn't last very long.
Right.
I about choked to death on a bag of flavored popcorn. It was flaming hot. I stuck that in the microwave and it started burning. And I opened it up and the powder poofed out of the microwave and about choked me to death.
Extra puffball.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yonder. Not. Yes. I'm an extra butter puffball. I can't even say it. Extra butter puffball. Better than the Pillsbury Doughboy. Woohoo.
Yeah, Mike says, did anyone ever try the microwave pork skins? No, I haven't tried those yet.
What are you talking about, you northeastern Oklahoma crazy person? Yuck.
Yuck. Y'all remember to hit the like button.
Are you itchy? What are you doing?
And share. Tell everybody.
Share. Yep.
Share.
Tell everybody you know about O.C.S.T.
Why? Yep. Why would you do that? We're nothing
because
special.
We just a couple of good old country boys, chewing the fat every now and then.
Yeah, Mike says I have a butterball now.
No. No, AI Mike. No.
Harold, I got it. We're going to go back a few decades. Jiffy Pop.
Yes.
Jiffy Pop. Yeah.
Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop.
Okay, Jiffy Pop, the actual microwave popcorn, or Jiffy Pop that you actually put on the oven or the stovetop and popped it?
Stovetop.
Yes, that was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, I know what Jiffy Pop stovetop popcorn is.
She's quick-witted, and Jiffy Pop. Yeah, Jiffy Pop.
My nickname is Jiffy Pop. What's better than being the myth, right, AI Mike?
Wolf Lady said to AI Mike, says, cornbread, we're butterballs.
Sorry. You guys are cracking me up.
Did anyone ever drink a soda called Kentucky Nip? No.
Jim?
No.
Actually, it sounds like a soda kind of drink.
Sounds like...
Exactly. Sounds like it's clear and a very high proof.
Was it made out of corn or wheat?
Oh my goodness. Pork skins you can microwave. They're in microwaves or they're in the popcorn section in your local Walmart. What?
Whoa, I've got to look for this. I have to look for this.
Okay, so I kind of wish that Mr. Lee was here, but I'm kind of doing like a fringe of the keto stuff. So I've been eating a lot of the pork rinds, that a lot of low carb or high protein, low carb stuff. And this is just, I'm not a medical person, so don't bash me, YouTube.
And Mike says he used to drink the Kentucky Nip when he was in high school. It was so good.
But anyway, so we've been buying a lot of pork rinds as of late. Just the regular chips, not the breadcrumbs or anything like that. So when you said the popcorn aisle, that's where the normal pork rinds are. So I'll have to look. That's why.
Yeah.
I need to go down that aisle anyway to look for the blackberry Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yes. Oh, you haven't tried it yet?
I haven't tried it yet. And the Walmart here in town, this is a little town. Okay. I mean, we're so small, we share Hardee's with the next town over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you go through the drive-thru at our Hardee's, you order in one town and you pick up in the next town.
That's funny. That's hillbilly. That's funny.
Hey, you gotta go across town to pick up food.
Sorry.
There's a little strip shopping center there. You can literally park in one town to walk into the store that's physically in the next town.
That's funny.
Because the city limits run through the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sorry. But the blackberry Dr. Pepper is very yummy. Because we normally buy the zero sugar, but we did buy some of just the regular Dr. Pepper blackberry because my son-in-law Colton wanted to try it. and that's it's good. The next thing that we're gonna attempt to get is the Dr. Pepper, or is it Coke?
It's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper orange.
No,
it's Coke. Okay, no, it's Coke. It's Coke Zero Orange Cream, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some of that for family members that are diabetic.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason we started drinking the zero sugar. That, and I'm trying to lose weight for a wedding. So anyway.
And I actually bought
I actually bought a normal Dr. Pepper today.
Well, the 12-pack of cans. I actually bought a Coke Zero Sugar, Zero Caffeine.
Yeah, zero caffeine.
And it actually tasted like a Coke.
Wow. Harold, you got a photo coming.
Yeah. AI Mike said he sent you a photo.
Oh yeah.
On his phone, or where'd you send it? Hang on. But anyway, the Dr. Pepper's good. But right now I'm drinking iced tea. What wedding? Harold and I are getting married. I thought everybody knew that we're not married yet. We're engaged.
Even I knew that, and I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll show on the screen, but
nope. Get closer. Can you guys see it?
Kind of, sort of.
Hang on. Put it up again. Oh man.
There.
Wow.
So
I'd give that a try.
That's that Kentucky nip.
So our plan is Wolf Lady to get married on November 8th. The 8th of November. Yeah, November 8th this year. Knock on wood. Pray to goodness that it actually happens.
Yep.
That's going to be here before you know it.
I know. I'm not even wearing my engagement ring right now. What the heck? It's because I did dishes earlier. What the hell? Okay, I'll be right back.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, you're welcome, Jim.
Yeah, I've never tried that Kentucky nip.
I'd never heard of it.
Oh, I bet you it's got a lot of sugar.
Probably. It's probably competing with Mountain Dew.
I just gave myself a heart attack, y'all.
Don't do that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Look out a window and see your reflection?
No, smarty pants. I had to find my engagement ring.
Oh, that usually startles everybody when you go at night. You go to look out a window and you don't expect to see anything. You see your reflection. Takes that split second to realize it's yourself.
I don't know. If we looked out the window right now, we might see something else besides a reflection.
I don't want to look out the window right now. There's Bigfoot back there.
It would be awesome. Open up the curtain and
see him.
Bigfoot's going.
Well, if that's the case, what you need to do is turn your camera on and have it ready to point out the window as soon as you pull the curtain back.
Well, the thing is that we actually had the camera facing the curtain. So if I were to move this, like this Bigfoot thing here, the window's right there.
Oh, cool. So you're saying that silhouette might be replaced with something more substance?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. If I see anything, I'm gonna freak.
We're gonna find out if Bigfoot's a fan of
I
the
could
show
make
or not.
I could make some bad jokes right now, but I'm not.
Okay. Please don't be a Bigfoot. Please don't be a Bigfoot.
All I see is a TV
No, that's
reflect.
It's a computer reflection.
Oh, okay.
Are you out there, Bigfoot? Come on.
Yeah. We'd like to interview you.
As you see one right there, right behind my head.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody sees a hand go up on the window, let us know.
Or if you see a face like right between Harold and I, right there.
If you see a Bigfoot put their face up against the window and start blowing.
Yeah, the wind to steam up from the outside. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
The good news, yeah, but it would be on video.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was planning on putting a camera in that window at night, but the camera that I got doesn't record at night without light. So yeah. And it's a little too expensive to keep running my trail cam.
Right.
Yeah, we would have to buy stock in batteries.
Yeah. It takes 8 batteries, and those 8 batteries, depending on the format that I film in, is how long they last. So if I'm just filming 2-minute videos, I can do 3 days worth. But if I'm doing 3 to 5 minute videos, probably 8 hours.
Okay, so I'm not interrupting. Well, I'm kind of interrupting, but I'm reading chat, and I saw a gray wolf, and I'm like, wait a second, why would AI Mike be talking about you, Harold? Okay.
What town are we close to? We're
20. Okay, so if you go north and west, we're 10 miles west and 10 miles north of Guthrie, or we are about 25 miles northeast of Kingfisher, or we're a half hour north of Oklahoma City, almost straight north of Oklahoma City.
We're somewhere along I-74.
State highway.
Yeah.
I missed something. Figgy said, Jim, yes, in the hotel out of state.
Yeah, I know. I'm missing so much, y'all.
I missed something big time.
Okay, so let me just refrain. I didn't lose my recent engagement ring. I lost my first engagement ring, which I was ticked off about because I loved it. I bet it's somewhere in my bedroom. But that's besides the point. And I don't...
Yes,
you don't what?
We need a Bigfoot right there.
Yep.
So yeah, we're about Mike, we're about 3 hours from you. Because I actually Googled it the other day.
Yeah, he says.
Also in the mountains around Cashiers, there's a woman that does, I guess you'd call it an online magazine type of thing, and he claims that there's underground facilities that the government has there, and she sees all kinds of UFOs, UAPs over our mountains in the Cashiers area.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I have never seen one, but just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there. It just means I haven't.
You know, one of these times on this show, I want to have it where maybe Christy can be on the computer, and then I can be outside on my phone, live. And I can hop in the live and kind of show you guys pictures of the sky out here, and then pictures, or do a live feed to where I can go back here in the dark and wait for something to make some noises or pop up
or pop out of the
yeah.
You would actually trust me to do this part by myself?
Well, I'd still be I'd pop up on here like Jim is right now.
Oh, well, maybe I wouldn't let you up.
Well, okay.
He might do you like Moggs does and just not see you for a few minutes.
For 15 minutes.
Oh, no, last night it was only 7, but the first time after he changed his background, I was back there about 15, 20 minutes, though, and I was just dying laughing.
Well, when you said, Stevie, tell him to drop the link, and I'm like, okay. So he dropped the link, and then, Stevie, tell him I'm in the back. And I'm like, Jim's in the back. Jim's in the back. I was rooting for you, buddy.
Yep.
It was really funny. I think it upset him more than it upset me, because I was back there trying to figure out, kind of a cheeky way to get his attention, and I was changing my avatar, thinking that it might flash and he would see it, but nope, that didn't do it. I typed him messages in the backstage. That didn't do it.
Hey, Wolf Lady, yes, that Stone Lion Inn is very haunted, and we've driven by it. It is even creepy from the outside. We haven't been inside. It is creepy from the outside. I'm just saying. And that is a true place. So we've drove right by it. Hopefully before too long,
we might be doing something there in Guthrie. I've been contacted by somebody that says they can get me in there, so we'll find out.
That, and we could actually stay at the Stone Lion Inn.
Yeah.
For real. It's like a bed and breakfast. So that would be epic.
In Old Salem, there's a mill that's been converted into office building and like a motel, hotel. And I have heard there is quite a few hauntings in the hotel portion. And, Old Salem's, it's been there since the 1600s, I think. Something like that. So a lot has taken place there.
Right. Every time we drive into Guthrie, there's this long bridge that you have to drive over.
It's the viaduct.
Yeah. Well, always off to the right or off to the left, depending on which direction you're going. I'm always looking over there because there's the river that's right there.
Yeah, it's the Cottonwood Creek.
Yeah, the Cottonwood Creek. And I'm like, oh, I want to go in there so bad.
There's also the Mineral Wells Park that he really wants to go in there, where you can actually walk down kind of closer to the Snake Creek.
Yep.
Yeah. Snake Creek.
Yep.
That runs right through there. I said, I will just stop and feed the ducks.
Speaking of that, LIB last night, he was telling us that the smaller streams that feed the rivers up there are called kills.
Yeah.
And, in eastern Tennessee, they call them prongs.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a different name out there where you guys are?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Occasionally there's somebody will mention something about a kill. Other than that, they just say crick.
Yeah.
Go over to the crick.
Yeah. It's just like a little creek or a river or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we have the Wolf Creek that runs northeast of town.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Cimarron River that's just south of us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then we have a cemetery that's just, 2 miles west of us.
We have a cemetery 2 miles west. We have a cemetery
about 5 miles northeast.
5 miles northeast. There's another cemetery
even further east than that.
Yeah, further east. There's like 2 cemeteries out back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my mom's, where she's laid the rest, we have that cemetery too, which we've visited more times than not. So.
Oh yeah, that's why I had somebody
tap me,
tap me, and then they put their head on my shoulder.
And he looks at me like I did it, and I didn't do nothing. I wasn't even touching him.
Yep.
I was talking to my mom.
I had somebody put their arm under mine,
like this,
and they did that when we were standing there visiting her mother's grave. Yeah.
Harold is a paranormal magnet.
Yep.
He's a magnet of a lot of things.
I'll take your word.
I'm not a literal magnet, though. I can't get spoons to stick to me and all that. But
why do we have to wait until fall, cornbread? Is it?
I wanted to know who saw Bigfoot in helicopters.
Not me, because I don't fly.
Figgy was the one that typed it. Do you guys see a Bigfoot being on the air transporter in 2 helicopters?
Yeah, I've seen that video. I've seen that video, and I don't know if I believe it or not, because it's taken from such a distance away that they could have anything that's made to look like a body hanging, because they fly high enough to be out of most normal camera ranges, to where it would be really blurry if you try to focus in with your phone cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I don't know if I believe that was a Bigfoot or not. It's possible it could have been, but it wasn't moving, so obviously they didn't catch it without tranquilizing it, if it was real. Or maybe the Bigfoot just decided to go on a joyride.
Hey, Mike, they have invented hammocks. Not saying I'd sleep in one, but they have invented hammocks.
Mm-hmm. I bought me a hammock.
I'm making them look too damn hot in camp in the summertime. That's why I said, why not sooner?
Yeah. I'm not going camping in 110 degrees. No,
that's too hot.
I did that for 4 months out in the wildlife refuge here in southwest Oklahoma. Stayed out in the middle of summer. No, don't do it. I did it when I had no choice to do it. But
hell no, not down here. Wake up being carried off and looked at. Sorry. Wolf Lady, yes. We have to get Jessie down here. Get her away from that northern tundra Wisconsin place that she lives in. And that would be cool. That would be an experience, to say the least. To go boots on the ground with AI Mike and y'all. Yeah, and Jessie Arcane. Yeah.
Now, we have about 6 parks around here, national forest parks.
That he's itching to go to.
One of them is a state park that's actually run by the city that it's outside of. It's no longer under national park jurisdiction. I want to go there.
Which wildlife refuge? Sorry, I was reading chat.
Which wildlife refuge?
She goes, unfortunately attached to my family bloodline. I love the wildlife refuge. Which one? Because we love
the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge. That I'm connected there. The spirits made sure that they connected to me from there.
And that's okay. That is maybe, not definite, but maybe a possibility. That's where we're gonna get married.
That reminds me, I remember my 3rd paranormal story.
Oh crap! You have.
I'm gonna have to save it.
You have 6 minutes.
I'm gonna have to save that story for next week.
Mount Scott.
Write it down. Write it down now before you forget.
Well,
that's what I'm going to start doing when I think of something. I'm going to have to write it down.
I had to remember Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge because it happened out there.
She lived in Mears. Mears. Is that how you say it?
She lived in Mears. Yeah, Mears it's a nice little place.
Yeah,
especially the Mears restaurant and store. It's a nice little restaurant. Their food has changed a little bit though because under different management.
Longhorn Giant Mears Burger, yum yum.
The Mears Burger even changed. It's smaller and it doesn't taste the same, but it's still good.
I have yet to eat there, Harold. Yeah. I'm calling him out, y'all.
We actually planned a date to go there, and then we changed our plans.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because we wanted to go eat somewhere else.
Well, where'd we go? I don't remember. Okay, you have to keep in mind, y'all. We have. Don't do that. We have not. We have not been on a date in months, y'all. Yell at him.
No.
The 12 people that we have in chat, yell at him. Just kidding. Don't yell at him. Don't break my heart. Take her there.
Yeah, Mike says, I can show y'all some places, very good places.
Hey, Ron Riley, how are you, hon? Good to see you.
Ron, good to see you.
A cabin in the woods date for me. Oh, believe us. Man, if I got him a cabin in the woods, he would be outside. I would not see him.
I'd be on the other side of the window.
Hey, Randy. How you doing? We were talking about Guthrie a few minutes ago. We want to go stay at the Stone Line Inn. We also want to come out to your house and see if there's anything there.
Well, everybody in chat, if I don't see you before next Wednesday, we'll see you next Wednesday. I'll try my best to be in chat.
See you on Thursday, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah. Those who come tomorrow night, yeah, I'll probably be there. I don't know.
Well, we hope you are, Jim. It's not the same without you. Hey, Jesse, you're back. Hey, by the way, Jesse, you're coming to Oklahoma. Just a heads up.
Jesse, how's the burn?
Yeah, I hope you didn't get burned too bad.
I hope you're feeling better, my friend.
Yes.
I know, Randy. I need to get with you. I need to call you or text you soon. Everybody, Randy is a good friend of mine from Guthrie. So, say hi to Randy before you leave.
Hello, Randy.
Riley, Ron, no, we don't go live tomorrow. We're if you want to check it out, check out Mogollon Monster WTF. That's Mogollon Monster.
Why the fascination? Yeah.
Check them out on YouTube tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. Same time as we are, just on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we took the Wednesday day in between.
Yep.
I'll probably be in chat. YouTube can't take more than 2 nights in a row of me on a live show.
Whatever. Whatever.
There's only so much little old mountain man that can be taken by YouTube.
Well, if I'm feeling up to it, and this is an if I am feeling up to it, I may, don't quote me, get on Mogs and Stevie B tomorrow night. We'll see.
Depends then I can type all kinds of snide remarks and chat at you.
Thanks. Love you too, Jim.
Yeah, well,
you guys have a good night. I'm going to let y'all close everything down, and we'll talk to you soon one way or the other.
All right,
good night, Jim. Thanks for popping
night.
In. It's always
right, bye, y'all.
Fun.
Bye.
Thank you.
Well, that 2 hours went quick.
Yeah, it did.
And there was no Bigfoot, which is a good thing that we know of. Whew.
Let's see.
What are we doing?
Putting that up.
It'll probably be us, Sharon.
Yeah, you guys remember that we're on every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be on every single week, and
unless something unfortunate happens.
If you don't catch us on here, you can rewatch the show, or you can join us in chat. Like we said, we do Tuesdays and Thursday nights on Mogollon Monster WTF. What's the fascination?
Yeah. I was hoping Bigfoot would show up. Who knows? He might be standing there back there. He's just not right there, or she, or they, whatever, or not right there by the window.
Christy, is there something on your chin?
No, it's his.
Yeah, it's on my chin.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, we're going to go ahead and
say goodnight.
Say goodnight, and we will see you guys next week. I will tell my third paranormal story that I forgot. I will tell it next week. It has to do with a medicine man. So that's what we'll start next week's show about. So y'all take care, be safe,
and keep watching.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
In the woods where shadows play, legends come alive at the break of day. Footsteps echo loud, but no one's there. Bigfoot's lurking in the midnight air. Sovereign house beneath the moonlit gloom. Eyes that shine like fire in a room of doom. Poltergeist dancing, moving through the halls. Ancient secrets breaking through the walls. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. BIGFOOT and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in a silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fright. Cryptids in your mind, let your wonder grow. The hidden world is ours to know. From the forest deep to the attic's dust. Oh, O.C.S.T, we're learning to trust. Tracks in the snow where the brave won't tread. Hidden voices calling from the things we've read. The unknown things with a haunting sound. Empowering us as the tales go around. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. BIGFOOT and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in a silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fight. O.C.S.T, it's more than a name. BIGFOOT and stuff, it's a whole new game. Chasing the truth in the silent night. Empowered by the mystery, fueled by the fight.